Good morning, everybody. Listen, the kids are asleep, and here's what I did. The other day when we had Thanksgiving, I froze my bones. I had this whole boiler stuck in a bag, and I put it in my freezer. And now I'm going to make turkey gumbo, and what I'm doing is this. I've got my big pot on, and I got my water getting hot, and I'm going to put these bones in it. And I'm going to boil them for a long time, like an hour or more, and get all that good bone broth. And I've got some meat on there. I bought the whole turkey, and so this is why I do that. Now, then I'm going to drain it all, and I'm not going to put any meat that comes out of this in my turkey gumbo. I saved me some of the breast left over, and it's in a different container in there, because here's the reason. Sometimes when you boil this a long time, the meat becomes tough, so I don't want to put this in there. I'm just boiling this for the broth and for the goodness of it. So I'm fixing to put it in this big pot, if I can get it out. It's still kind of frozen. I can't. I'll have to run some water over it, I guess. Okay, I ran a little water in it and thawed it out enough to go in. This is still in a hump, but that's all right. Here's my turkey bones, my turkey carcass. Put that on. Now I won't have to do another thing for a while. I'm gonna let this just boil. Hey, y'all, the bones have been boiling for about, really about a couple of hours. I want to get all the goodie out of it. So I've got me a pan right here, and I'm gonna take all this out of here. Let me turn it off. It has boiled really super good. Okay, in this big pot, my water's coming to, let me see. My broth is coming to it's about half full of broth. And it is rich, rich. I'll make sure I get them all. Good morning, David. Good morning.
Good morning.
Come here and speak to everybody. Look who got up, y'all.
Hi.
He's too tall. Scoot down where they can see you. He's a big one, isn't he? Look at the difference. How tall are you?
Like almost 6'2", I believe.
6'2", and I think I'm 5'4". I may be shrinking. Look what I made. I got peach pies and apple pies. Which one do you want?
You can take me an apple.
All right, that's on this one. Go take a bite in front of them and let them see how good that thing is. What you say?
It's delicious.
Delicious? Well, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. I made a bunch of them. All right, that's it.
Who's here, Big Mama?
Huh?
Who's here?
It's here.
Some of the thing that Uncle Walt drives around out there.
Yeah. Well, Walt's out there working down there at the shop. All right, y'all. I'm gonna take this broth down. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna put in it to make a good gumbo. I think I'm gonna put 3 big onions in my gumbo. You're talking about a good flavor. It certainly puts it on it. Iron sharpens iron. That's what the Bible says. Y'all ever read that part? We sharpen each other. All right, here we go. And it's sharp too. We'll cut all the ends of them off. Somebody asked me the other day, could I plant that little part right there? Would it make a new onion on this kind of onion? And the answer is, I don't know. I guess I can go out there and try it. Somebody else sent me this week some onion sets. They're the multiplying onions. They said they had plenty and they sent me some. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to put this out there in my mulch bed. I was keeping Walt's, Hannah's family's dog. Her name Maggie, the other day. And I had her outside playing with her, and I noticed she went missing. And she was over there in my mulch bed getting the eggshells out of it and crunching them up. I just hardly could keep her out of that thing. She loved it. And I'm thinking, get out of that mulch bed. This onion's gonna make it really super good. You could put some other meat into it too if you wanted to. I mean, you could have shrimp, whatever you wanted. But I'm just gonna have turkey in mine. This is what I use. Mama always made a turkey gumbo after Thanksgiving. And I do too. And she would do cream turkey over toast. What all do y'all do with your leftover turkey? Or did you even cook the whole turkey? You know, if you fry turkey, I don't know if you could make a gumbo out of it. I don't know why you couldn't. I mean, you can still boil the bones and stuff. Probably just as good if you want to try it. Okay, let me cut these little things up. They don't have to be real small, y'all, just kind of chunky. They do not have to be small. You know how y'all are always saying that you're afraid I'm going to cut my hand off with this knife? Well, the other day, I stuck my hand in my dishwater, and that spatula was in there. You know, that one I use all the time. It's real thin, and it cut me. So, I thought, well, isn't this ironic? I get cut with a spatula, but this one's sharp, I can tell. When I went to Mark Lowry's house with my girlfriends, and we visited with him a few days in Texas, and he had bought him a new set of knives, and they like to cut my finger off. I nicked myself. I know it was at least 3 times in there trying to cook in his kitchen. I'm thinking, oh my word, y'all. I think the reason is we get used to our own utensils, don't we? We get used to our kitchen, our stove, our knife, and it really doesn't matter which kind you use, but it does matter that it's yours, because I can go to somebody else's house and try to cook, and I don't even know how to cook in their house. I do not even know how. But I know this, I'm looking forward to this today. Okay. There we go. This is the last one. I'm fixing to throw her in. I didn't add any salt and pepper into that broth yet because I want to see how it's tasting once I get all my spices in it. And then I'll add some salt and pepper if I need to. I will. This is what I cut my finger on with. You can see how thin that thing is. I mean, it's just razor thin. And I just sliced it up good. Here's my pot over here. I got it off right now. I didn't want all my broth to boil away before I got my onion cut up. Okay. Now I'm going to show you what we're going to put in. I'm going to boil this for a few minutes. Let me turn it on. And get my onions kind of tender, and then I'm going to put in this. It's a bag of frozen okra, and it's not breaded. I'm gonna put this whole thing in there. Let me see how many ounces it is. It's 28 ounces. Oh, that's what it says, 28 ounces. And, but I am going to cook my onions a little bit at first. And right now I'm fixing to go out there and get my canned tomatoes to put in it. My onions have been boiling for about 15 minutes. And I am now going to put in our diced tomatoes. And this can is a 14 ounce. 4.5, 14 ounce. Anyway, I'm using the petite diced tomatoes, and I'm going to put 4 cans of them in there. If you've got some good homegrown ones, that'd be good. All right. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to put some garlic cloves in it. Like this. I think I'll put about 5 or 6. 1. There's another one. There's a nice one. 2, 3. I love a lot of garlic in mine. 4, 5, 6. We'll use this. All right, so we got, I'm going to just set this, I keep this in my potato basket over there, so I'll use that one another time. What I like to do is, I like to just cut the ends off of mine, like that. Pull that old dry part off, like that. And then you can peel it really good. It's got an old dry skin on it. You can smash it with your knife, but I don't like to do that. All right, there's, see that? I'm gonna cut it in 2. And drop it in. I'm in no hurry this morning. It's Saturday morning. If I get to go today at 1 o'clock, which I probably will, I'm going to get with my line dance group, and we're going to the nursing home today and dance for them. And they'll be stomping their foot and having a good time, and we encourage them to do that. And they'll clap, and as we're dancing, they're clapping like this and enjoying it. So that's one of the things my line dance group does, is we try to go to some of the places and entertain the older folks. And that's a good thing. They love the music. We try to play some music that's real peppy and joyful, and they just clap and sing. And all the nurses they have a big room at our nursing home, and the nurses bring them down there to the big room. And they come on wheelchairs and walkers, and some or just walk themselves. And whether they can talk or not, they enjoy music. They enjoy music. That's a big fat one, isn't it? Cut it in some little pieces. It's so fat. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of them. And then we'll put our okra in just a little bit. Okay, y'all, you can't have gumbo without paprika in it. I'm going to put 3 big tablespoons of paprika. We've got our garlic in there. I'm going to put some Worcestershire in there in just a minute. All right, we got this going. And now I'm going to put in some Worcestershire, and I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of it in for right now. And y'all know that what I'm going to do now, after a little bit, after this cooks, I am going to taste it and see if I need more garlic or more Worcestershire or more paprika. But it'll be a while. Okay, y'all, the onions are tender in there, the tomatoes, garlic, everything's mixed in, so I'm going to cut my okra up right here. And I've been thinking about it, and I think I just need to use half of it, because that's a lot of okra. It's 28 ounces, so I'm just going to use, it's a pound and a half, so I'm just going to use a half of it. That'll be about 12 or so ounces. I'll fry this up later. I don't want to put too much in there. And you don't want to just cook your okra to smithereens. Y'all ever heard that? So that's why I am putting it in kind of at the last. I'm also putting 1 cup of long grain white rice in it. You don't want it too thick. Now, a lot of people make their gumbo and put it over the rice, but I like my rice in it. So there we go. Hey, y'all, I changed my mind. It didn't look like much okra when I actually got it in there. That's such a big pot. So I am going to put the rest of it in there. And I'm going to put a little bit more rice, too, because that is a lot. That is a lot. So I'm going to put 1.5 cups of rice, okay? Okay, y'all, everything in our pot is done. So now I'm taking this carcass part that I did not boil. It's just white meat on the turkey. And I am going to put a little bit in there. I don't want too much. But I'm just going to pull it off the bone. And maybe just kind of do like that. And we're not going to cook it in there. We're just getting it hot. We don't want to cook it. We're just going to debone this carcass right here and get the white meat off of it. You can put dark if you want to, but don't use the boiled meat because it's too dry. We left, it dried up while it was boiling. And you just pull it off like that and then just put some pieces in there, kind of chunky. You don't want it too little, and get it hot. And when it gets hot, it's ready to eat. You don't need to have to boil it in there. You can make this in the morning and then eat it that night or however y'all want to do it. And it's going to be delicious. So I imagine there's probably 1.5 cups of meat on here. Something like that. Not much. But I don't want much. So don't waste your turkey. Make you some gumbo. And I didn't add any more seasoning. I tasted it and it was delicious. I didn't even add salt yet. I am going to add a little pepper and some Cajun. Let me do that while wait just a minute. I've got me some Creole Cajun, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in there. I don't want much. That's enough. That just gives it a little bit of a kick. Now, if you like yours really hot, with some jalapeno peppers or whatever like that, you just go right ahead and add it in. Okay, y'all, it's all ready, and I'm going to fix me a bowl, and let me get the bowl out, and I want you to see how thick and good it is. Now, I didn't the water was up to here, the broth, halfway of this thing, and I didn't put but 1.5 cups of rice. You could put too much rice before you know it. And I didn't put much of the turkey, actually, because, okay, now I want you to just see how good this looks. You see that? Look at that. Doesn't that look good? And that okra, I did put all of it in there. See the turkey, how it's kind of in chunks. I don't want it all torn up in there. Oh, I can't even see for all that smoke coming up, or the steam, I guess you'd say. So I'm fixed to eat this. It is healthy. You think about what's in it. You got all that good turkey broth and bone broth. That's really good for you. And I've got the 4 cans of tomatoes. And I've got that whole thing of okra and the rice and what we do, 4 big onions. But listen, this is a good thing. But those spices, they make it. But if you want to put some kind of pepper in yours, like your family might want that, or whatever else you want to put in it. So this is a good thing to do with that. And all these bones right here, that's just bones, I'm probably going to go to the backwoods and throw them out. Varmints eat them. They'll have a happy Thanksgiving too. But anyway, use that turkey, honey. Use it. And make you something good out of it. Whether it's a soup or a gumbo or whatever. But this, you can't beat it for flavor. Now, with that Worcestershire in it and all that other stuff we put, the paprika is a must. It is a must for this kind of thing. It's so tender and good. Y'all make you some. You're going to love it. Talk to you later. It's going to be good, y'all. Really good. Bye-bye.